Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are coming in from. Hope everybody's ready for the overview and leadership training call today. Pen and paper ready, ready to learn and ready to earn. A little bit about me, people don't know me. My name is Robert Fitzgerald. I've been with the Miracle Ecosystem almost since the very beginning. But enough about me. Without further ado, I'm going to bring up the presenter. He's not only one of the top earners and leaders in the company, he's been in the industry for decades, spearheaded teams of tens of thousands of people with multiple companies. He's been in and out of corporate, helped design comp plans, including the one you're going to look at today. He's a retired New York City firefighter, but above all that, he's my friend and sponsor. Ed, take it away.
Awesome, Robert. Thank you so much. If you're here for the first time, this really is for you. If you're like most of us that might be here, we're just excited. We're ecstatic. We like to plug in to what's happening, and we might have invited some guests, but regardless, we're here. And the reason why is it just keeps getting better and better and better. And as I always like to say, the best is yet to come. Not only did we as leaders have a great call with Douglas and Micah, I got to spend a little time with Micah today, and I am fired up. I mean, I'm just so pumped up because there's some speculation going on out there of uncertainty. We always talk about FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And we want to kind of eliminate that before this call is over here today. So I promise you we'll get around to that. But let's go right into the presentation. And I'm going to play a little income disclosure. And basically all this is about is there no guarantees, guys. We're not financial professionals, nothing like that. But we are going to talk about possibilities. We're going to talk about stuff that we're excited about. But always remember, there are no guarantees. So let's play this.
The information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. This presentation includes general information only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. The following content is protected under copyright law. Please respect these terms to ensure compliance.
Okay, before we set up the next video, we're going to watch a short little video. It's a little over a minute long. And there's going to be a series of videos. Some of them right around a minute mark, some of them around a 2-minute mark. But it's going to give you an insight into everything that we do. And to get the first one started, I just want to share part of my story. I got started in July of 2022 with this company. We ended up coming out with our own utility token called the Phoenix token. And then we came out with the Phoenix code node. And I knew nothing about nodes. And so I started doing a little research. I found some people within the community here that had great success with nodes. I know of one lady that literally made millions in another project. And one of the gentlemen who I respect said, yeah, and I have nodes for a while now. And the nodes pay all of my business, all of my, not business, but household expenses, all my needs, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. And then they said, a node can pay $10 a day. It could pay $100 a day. And I thought about that. At one time, I did some substitute teaching and I get paid $100 a day. So I'm like, wow, I like $100 a day. So I bought one. I bought a node. And then Robert and I were talking probably about 3 weeks after I made the purchase. And Robert asked me, did you set up your node? Are you pulling down your rewards? And I said, no, I didn't get around to it yet. And he kind of yelled at me. He said, what? You're losing money. He said, I'll help you set it up. It'll take a minute. And he did. He helped me set it up. And I've been earning every day since then on these nodes. It's an amazing thing. So we're going to take a look at this one gentleman who did that with another company. It's going to be a pretty one of these pretty quick, I don't know what they call them, reels, Instagram, whatever it is. I don't use this stuff much, but when I heard this, when I said I gotta save this and show it to people. Here we go.
Did make millions of dollars in crypto, but I don't trade crypto and I don't buy crypto. I make it. So I started making Bitcoin at $220. That in itself is crazy. So we started mining Bitcoin. We were making a lot of money. We were like, man, if Bitcoin ever gets to $10,000, we're going to be rich. This guy that was mentoring me, he was worth $100 million. I became one of his top guys. And at that time, I didn't know anybody worth that kind of money. It just sounds preposterous to the average person. For the next 7 years, I learned software instead of hardware mining. So when you mine Bitcoin, you have a physical piece of machine. You plug it into the network. It confirms transactions, you make Bitcoin. On the platform that we launched, which was a company called Gala Games, we worked at Snoop, the death row chain that Snoop gave me, kind of crazy. And instead of hardware, we had software. So these software nodes will confirm transactions on the blockchain. Every time you buy something on that blockchain, sell something, move some money back and forth, there's a fee. That fee goes up in the cloud and it's split evenly between the node owners. So that very first blockchain that we launched, I only put 15,000 in. And for 2.5 years, those nodes just confirmed transactions. I had about 17 million tokens in my wallet. I watched it go from less than a penny to 5 cents, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 84 cents in a matter of like 5 months. So I went from $11,000 in software nodes to having over 11.4 million liquid currency.
From 11,000 in software nodes to over 11 million. Oh my goodness. Would you not have loved to have been there and heard about that and took advantage of it like he did? I think we all would have in hindsight. Well, the next video you're going to see is that kind of a thing, I believe. And you decide for yourself. I call this our 1-minute sizzle. This is about our company, Miracle Cash and More, with our Miracle Pay terminals, point of sale terminals, and our Miracle Pay nodes. So pay close attention to this. See the correlation between the video you just saw, and if you have a bigger understanding vantage point of what this can produce as opposed to what got produced for him, I think it's in magnitudes above and beyond. Let's take a look.
You've probably heard the saying, if only I were early. Early to Bitcoin, early to Amazon, early to Tesla. Well, here it is again. But this time, it's not about hype. It's about owning the rails of a new financial system. Introducing CPU nodes, digital assets that earn daily from real crypto transactions happening worldwide. Every time someone pays with crypto, in-store or online, a small fee powers the network. And if you own a node, you get paid. These nodes are already paying every single day in a digital currency undervalued today, but set to explode in the months ahead. We've secured contracts with 4 global terminal providers, giving us access to over 100 million active merchants. And we're also integrated with major online retailers, processing billions each month. When even a small percentage of that volume transacts in crypto, node rewards skyrocket. The system is active. Payouts have begun. We're funding our aggressive expansion, not with Wall Street, but with everyday people like you. Together, we're decentralizing wealth. By owning the new infrastructure of money, timing is everything. Own a node now and earn every day for life.
So what we just saw was they mentioned that there are 4 major merchant providers, point of sale terminals, and those companies are Ingenico, Pax, Verifone, and NCR. And you might recognize some of them. In fact, if you're not familiar with them, I strongly suggest that every time you pay with a credit card and you swipe or you tap or you insert, take a look at the terminal and see what company it is, because chances are it's Ingenico or Pax or Verifone or NCR. And those are the four of the biggest in the world. They represent well over 100 million merchants. And we've contracted, or they've contracted with us, to provide a crypto gateway so that their customers can pay with crypto at their point of sale terminals that they already have. We've already integrated our software into Ingenico, into Pax. When you heard talk about online retail providers, the name that is the big one is Shopify, and they have also contracted with us to provide a gateway to allow their customers to pay with crypto. So with all that being said, just right there, you should be able to put the brakes on and go, wait a second. If what it is, this was my phrase to Ray Vidrio, who's the VP of sales, friend of mine. He said, Ed, could I have 5 minutes just to tell you what Mike and I have been up to? Mike Atherd is the founder and CEO of Bellator. And I said, sure, Ray, go ahead. And what he said in those 5 minutes, I responded with, Ray, if what you're saying is true, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow and come to Cyprus. See, the company is located on the island of Cyprus in the Mediterranean. 6 days later, I was in Cyprus. So yeah, that's what we have, guys. It's bigger than we could think. And then we're going to talk about a group of people that not up until about 7 months ago did Douglas Anderson, who's the CEO of Wall Street Capital, take a look at this. And they moved in lightning speed, and we're going to talk about that company. It's called Mediterra. So we're going to advance forward, but when they talked about the nodes, this is what we have. Right now, these nodes are available for $1,200. There are no more promotions on this node. I have to update this slide. If you go into the back office right now, the nodes are selling for $1,200. There's 210,000 of them in total, and they share in 30% of the transactional profit of all the transactions. Everything that's bought and sold, moved around on the network, there's a small fee attached, and we get to share in that fee. And our entire software infrastructure evolves around the banking core, which is the switch. That everything has been created here by our company, for our company, and we control it. And because of that, we did get to attract some pretty substantial people. Now, our super utility token is known as the Phoenix token. It's actually a little lower than this right now. It's a great time to buy. But we can see this easily going up to a penny or 10 cents or $1 over the immediate to midterm future. No guarantees here. I'm not promising. It could go to zero. Everything can fall apart tomorrow. We see what's going on in the world. Who knows? I happen to think that crypto, and I believe to my core that crypto is the answer, and that the entire monetary system around the world is going into a global reset. And hard assets like gold and crypto, especially, what we're bringing to market, super utility, something that people are going to want to access. The experts are predicting that by the year 2030, there'll be over 5 billion people. There's only 8 billion people on the planet. Over 5 billion people will be engaged in crypto, and we're leading the way. And that's why the gentlemen I'm going to talk about next are here. Now, we also have a node that was a first node. When I first heard about nodes, it was what today is called a code node. Back then, we bought these. We were able to buy them at $1,100. They've appreciated in value in just a little over 2-year time to being worth $5,000 now. So you're talking about real world assets that could appreciate in value, that pay you a daily passive residual. You buy it one time, and you get paid on it every day indefinitely for the rest of your life, potentially your heirs' life. Why? Because these nodes are saleable, they're transferable, and they're inheritable. So you could build a legacy here that you could pass on to generations to follow. And that's really attractive to a lot of people that have kids and grandkids. And I'll tell you, I'm one of them. So we made mention of Mediterra. Mediterra Holding is architecturing the future of digital finance, and that's what you kind of just took a look at there. But these are the guys behind it. Upper left-hand corner, that is Hakan Torahan. He is the idea man and the creator of Miracle. To the right of him is Douglas Anderson. Douglas is the founder and CEO of Wall Street Capital. He's also the CEO of the build-out of the Bucharest airport. That's going to be the first airport built on the blockchain, and it will be on the Miracle chain. And one of the investors that has a relationship with one of the advisors, Stephen Norris, is the king of Saudi Arabia. And you're going to hear about oil, you're going to hear about tokenization, you're going to hear about real world assets, the kind of relationships that these 4 gentlemen on the bottom have here. And by the way, we have a few more people. Don't want to leave anybody out, but I'm going to, because this slide only has 4 of them here. But these are real prominent people. On the left, the lower hand left, that's John Bear. John Bear created a little company called Cellular One that he sold off to AT&T when smartphones were just getting rolling. He also created a framework that Google purchased and still utilizes today. He also helped provide the framework for what today is known as streaming video that Netflix is on. And John is not only a technologist, he's an entrepreneur. He has created and raised hundreds of millions of dollars, and he is one of our partners and board of advisors. Next to him is Stephen Norris. Stephen Norris was chief counsel of the Marriott Corporation. He served as CEO of the Marriott Corporation for 10 years, and he's also co-founder of the Carlyle Fund. The Carlyle Fund was created decades ago. It was actually the first company that the name private equity came from. It was the idea that he had. He partnered with David and co-founded with David Rubenstein, the Carlyle Group, and today they have over $600 billion assets under management. To his right is Stephen Moore. Stephen Moore has been the economic advisor to the President of the United States. He is just absolutely, I've seen this guy on TV for the last 20 years. And when I heard that he was considering coming on board and immediately said yes to the invite by Douglas Anderson. Matter of fact, the first time I met Doug, there were a group of people, about 10 of us at a restaurant in New York, and I was sitting next to Doug, and I got to ask him some questions. And what he shared with me was the fact that he said, Ed, I didn't think all of these guys would want to do this project with me. He said, but none of them passed. They're all excited about it. And if you watch a lot of the videos, one of which we were watching in the beginning here, you will hear Stephen Norris and Douglas Anderson and Russ Gershon, who also is one of the board members, say this could be the biggest project that they've ever worked on. And that's saying a lot, considering that Stephen Norris, when Amazon was first getting started and was looking for a way to market books online, he sold them the licensing rights to the books that he had, and ended up raising hundreds of millions of dollars of capital for $1 trillion company. That's who is spearheading and in charge of our operation. And it is such an incredible blessing. I thank the Lord every day. I'm wowed. I shouldn't be wowed because I know how great our God is, but I'm wowed. It's like, oh my goodness. And those of us who are in the know, we're all of the same. We're all enamored, and we're all of the same mindset that we are really so fortunate and blessed to be here. So Mediterra Holdings Inc. is the parent company that's in the process of getting finalized on the NASDAQ. And underneath Mediterra is all of the miracle companies, and there's over 20 of them. And we're just going to show you, a bunch right here. We're also going to talk about one in a moment. But when we talked about Miracle Pay and the merchant terminals, we just officially went global and turned on the switch worldwide just a couple of weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago. And Gemini, which is one of the largest crypto companies out there, did an AI, artificial intelligence visibility comparison. And look where we came out right out the gate, number 6. Crypto.com, Binance, Coinbase, these are recognizable names. And we're immediately stepping in to that arena. Why? Because the technology that has been built starting back in 2017 with tens of millions of dollars to build the infrastructure that we've been working on, Robert, myself, Mita, and a whole bunch of other people that are on this call, we started, back in July of 2022, May, June, and July. It started in May. And so anybody who got involved in 2022, we're really the original, we sometimes we call them a boogie gopher, or the original, old school, old, what do they call that? As far as the OGs, we're the original OGs that got started early in the game. And, we took a leap of faith. And even up until recently, people were taking a leap of faith, even when it comes down to my own wife, who's very conservative and skeptical in nature when it comes down to business. She's not really an entrepreneur. She's a corporate America gal that worked into a 40th year. And she would ask me, Ed, what do you think the chances of this one succeed? Now, I've done a lot of stuff, so I would be blood guts honest with her. And when Wall Street Capital came on board, we took a quantum leap in faith. Unbelievable. Easily right now, easily over 95% surety this thing's working, no doubt about it. Hey, anything can happen, so we always have those disclaimers up front. There are no guarantees. However, I think we have a great shot of becoming a unicorn and a world renowned company that becomes a household name. And it's all because of the size and scope of what we have, and the fact that we added Miracle Chain to the fold of companies and products. And so if you're not familiar with chains, there's the Binance chain and there's the Ethereum chain, and the chains are the rails that all of the cryptocurrency tokens are built on. And we just launched our own chain, the Miracle Chain, recently. We're going to show you a short video on that. Then we're going to talk about how we could profit by that. Here we go.
Welcome to the future of business. Miracle Chain, where blockchain meets automation and AI transforms how companies grow. Imagine onboarding customers with a tap, paying teams worldwide in seconds, and launching token ecosystems without writing a single line of code. With Iterato, your sales force becomes unstoppable. AI handles the follow-up, while gamification drives viral growth. Need to launch your own token? Miracle Launchpad and DEX give you everything: pre-sales, vesting, swaps, and full control. The Miracle Wallet simplifies finance. No seed phrases, just seamless access to crypto. Commissions and payments, secure, compliant, and easy to white label. And at the core, Miracle Chain. A private layer 2, built for scale, compliance, and automated global payouts. Whether you're selling online or in-store, Miracle Pay bridges fiat and crypto so you can do business anytime, anywhere. Miracle Chain. Powering the digital economy, one smart system at a time.
So if you're wondering how we could participate in that, we are marketing the Miracle Chain and Mirax tokens. And before I go any further, let's just reverse back to the beginning. Those of us who are marketing these products, we joined a company called Bellator. Bellator is the marketing arm for everything Miracle. All of what we're talking about, we have the chance to introduce to people and actually earn profit in the process. Now, immediately what I recognized about this company was that people could make money by buying the product. They don't have to be a salesperson. They don't have to sell. They don't have to recruit. They don't have to do any of that. If they just want to buy assets that are going to pay them day after day after day after day, I knew that that would be very appealing to majority of people who understood the validity of this model. And that's where we're at, guys. We're in the very beginning stages of that. If people wait 5 to 10 years, they're going to look back and they're going to kick themselves because they might have heard about it today and they passed on it. Don't pass on this. Do your due diligence. Why? Because to become a Bellator partner, it's free. They're going to give you a website. They're going to give you your own referral link. You're going to be able to talk to people. You're going to be able to make money without spending money. That right there makes this a unique opportunity. But in addition to that, it's very simple to actually earn a decent amount of money, and a lot of us are. I've been fortunate and blessed to do fairly well in direct sales network marketing. In my first year with Bellator, I've made more money than I ever have in a year before in all of my 36 years. That's how good this is, guys. And I don't like to, I want to be as humble as possible. All I'm telling you is that everything that I've strived for to achieve is getting delivered now. And sometimes that's the way it works. You know, I remember hearing the story about Colonel Sanders and how he worked his entire life and he got his first Social Security check and he looked at it and said, that's it. That's what I worked my whole life for. And then he decided to start the Kentucky Fried Chicken and ended up franchising it and making a fortune. So it doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter, you know, what your background is. Today is a brand new day. And what's happening in the world today is so exciting. It's the most, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. The best is yet to come, and that everything we've gone through in our lives has prepared us for this moment in time. And I hope that's the same for you. So with the Miracle chain and the Guardian nodes and the Mirix tokens, you could buy Mirix tokens in order to stake. And these nodes are not ones that you buy and own. These are kind of ones that you kind of lease. And you do that by staking. When you stake a node, it means that you have 4,000 Mirix tokens that are attached to that node, and they can't be moved or sold. And as they're sitting there, you get to earn on a single Guardian node every single day. And last I saw, the max amount of nodes that can go out in phase one is just like 3,500. And so this is an incredible opportunity for those of us who recognize it. A lot of us are already earning Mirix tokens by staking the Phoenix tokens. And that's a whole nother story for another time that we could train on. But it's amazing all the ways that we could earn. And it's all about tokenizing real world assets and strategies to bring this to market. And you can see the oil tokenization and the global alliance. And if you're not aware yet, it's being talked about more and more on mainstream business shows. Tokenization is the future. They anticipate every asset in the world is going to be tokenized. Every single stock company, every single piece of real estate, there's a whole bunch of things that are going to be tokenized, and people can actually invest in them and make some money on them, and in some cases actually make a fortune. And we have a tokenization engine to make stuff happen. And that brings us to Project X. Now, before I play this video about Project X, Project X is set to expire, I believe, this Sunday night. The promotion that we're talking about here after this slide is set to expire Saturday night, midnight Hawaii time. There's another one that we're going to look at after that is going to expire tonight, midnight. And so if you want to take advantage of these, pay close attention to what they are. Let's check out Project X.
We hear it all the time. The investment world is complicated. Stocks are confusing. Commodities are complex. And the Forex market? It's a maze. It's time to end the chaos. Introducing Project X. Let's look closer at the ultimate gateway bridging Wall Street and Web3. Project X isn't just a product, it's your key to the future. At its core lies the power of Wall Street capital asset strategies. Here is the huge news. A $12 billion deal has already been signed. This unlocks approximately $25 million a year flowing directly back to Project X holders. But we are just getting started. A colossal $60 billion deal is already on the way. Once signed, this is projected to add another $125 million to the community pool. The potential here is limitless. Plus, the project is powered by Mediterra's robust real-world assets, RWA, with massive backing from the oil and energy sectors. The rewards? Project X holders enjoy a $2 daily payout. That means $730 a year, guaranteed. And don't forget, you earn a $250 direct commission on every single NFT sale you make. For the first 10 days only, prices are slashed. Single NFT, just $1,300, down from $1,600. Starter Pack, 3 NFTs, $3,600. Bonus Pack, buy 5, get 1 free for $6,000. Whale Pack, buy 25, get 7 free for $30,000. Secure your financial future today with Project X. Buy now at bellatorlife.com.
So again, Project X is available. There's only 12,000 of these nodes that are NFTs, smart contracts, that only the 12,000 will share. And if you saw what it talked about tokenizing oil, real world assets, in addition to the project at the Bucharest airport that'll be tokenized, and the oil in Saudi Arabia that probably will be tokenized. Another incredible opportunity stepped into and will run on the chain and be tokenized. And that is somebody who Douglas Anderson has a friendship with for over 20 years. His name is Wally Tinubu. He owns the largest, or one of the largest, gas and gas and oil companies in all of Africa. And he's already committed $200 million barrels of oil to this project that we will tokenize. And again, the profits go to get shared by these 12,000 nodes. This, guys, is a steal at $1,300. So if you don't have a Project X node, or you want a bunch of Project X node, whatever it is, I think this is an extraordinary value. All of our products, all of our nodes, all of our tokens are amazing. They're all winners. But I look at this one and the short amount of time we have to take advantage of this. This, I believe, and Robert, maybe you could correct me later, but I believe that this one expires at midnight on Saturday. And then there's one more that I believe expires tonight. So let's jump ahead to something else that we have, and that's called our pre-IPO packages. I believe that these need to be purchased. The deadline is midnight tonight. There's several different packages here. So let's watch this short video that describes them, and then we'll look to bring this portion to a close.
Wake up! Don't let this slip by. The biggest opportunity of the year has finally arrived. To the most relentless, visionary community in the space, your moment to build the future is right now. Let's break down the Bellator Pre-IPO infrastructure launch packages. Start strong with the starter package. You get 2 Miracle Pay nodes and 3 Project X nodes. That is a retail value of $6,000 slashed down to just $3,000. You lock in a massive 50% savings. Scaling up, the Builder package delivers 1 Guardian node, 3 Miracle Pay nodes, and 3 Project X nodes. $9,800 retail value for only $5,500, saving you 44%. For the serious visionaries, the Elite Infrastructure Package is your best value. Secure 2 Guardian nodes, 7 Miracle Pay nodes, and 4 Project X nodes. Retail is $17,000, but today it is yours for $9,900. That is an incredible 42% savings. And for the ultimate leaders, the Limited Founder Infrastructure Package. Command 5 Guardian nodes, 15 Miracle Pay nodes, and 10 Project X nodes. This is a $43,000 retail value for $25,000. Another huge 42% savings. But act fast. There are only 200 founder positions available. This isn't just an upgrade. It is your empire. Claim your nodes, secure your rewards, and take your place at the top. network is launching. Time to move is now. Secure your package today and let's build the future together.
Bellator Life. To your legacy.
Okay, take a deep breath. I know we threw a lot at you real fast. Here's what I love to say when somebody is evaluating this and trying to make a decision. Come in where you fit in. Don't feel pressure. We don't want to pressure anybody. At the very least, come on board as a partner for free. Get your website, decide, go into back office, look at these packages, ask your questions, take the steps that you feel compelled to take. And this one piece right here, building the infrastructure of tomorrow today, gives you the ability to get some exceptional values that, again, I believe that those IPO, pre-IPO packages expire tonight at midnight. And again, we'll cover that in the training section. So without any further ado, I'd like to bring this one to conclusion by just sharing with you that there's multiple ways that you can make money here. What we talked about in everything we've seen up until this point in time is getting paid a passive residual income on a daily basis from our CPU nodes. There are also direct commissions. There are binary bonuses, rank advancement bonuses. We have a 15-level unilevel. We have matching bonuses, and we have global bonuses. That's a big pool that everybody gets to attach in, and it's always just going to continue to get better. So before we go into the training portion, I want to bring this to a close by just saying this. Always, always, always remember that the best is yet to come. To God be the glory. If you need to go right now, go right ahead. We're going to stop the recording. And for those who want to stick around with us for the training session, please do.